All right, Ty. So if people are trying to get hired, what are three big important considerations that they should have?
When you're looking to get hired, there is three things that you have to cover. And a lot of the times I see 95% of the people do not cover all these three things. And that's why they fail 95%. The first one is likability.
Yeah.
Do I like you? So does the employer like you? Does the recruiter like you? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people forget about that. They forget to focus on getting the person that they're speaking to like them.
Yeah.
That includes building rapport, having a conversation, connecting with them. Because think about when a time where you had a bad experience. Yeah. And what happened when you had that bad experience?
No, you don't want to spend time with that person, you don't like them.
Yeah. Think of a restaurant that you went to and you had a bad experience. Did you go back?
Never.
So, exactly right. So if you're giving off a bad experience and they're thinking about, can I work with this person every single day as well with my team, and you're showcasing that you're not likable, like you can't fit in, then that's the first thing that you're doing wrong. And I had a guy that I remember, he was in his late 50s and he said to me, Ty, I'm not getting the job because I'm too old. He said that to me after about 9 interviews. He kept on getting rejected. And I said to him, after speaking with him, getting to know him a bit more, and I started to understand what was happening. And I said, look, you're not likable. I just said it to him over the phone, and he was shocked. He was like, Ty, that's a bit harsh. And I said, well, tell me, what have you done in your interviews to get the person to like you? Tell me one thing. And he couldn't name one thing.
Yeah.
So likability is a huge, huge factor.
That's an important point. I just want to touch on that because everybody looks at the job description and they might tick off all these skills and stuff, but humans decide on things based on how they feel. So if they feel like they like you, they're going to hire you. If they just look at you and they're like, oh, you've got those skills, if they don't feel anything, they're not going to hire you. You need to captivate them. So yeah, that's a good point.
Exactly right. People buy people.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. And the second one is capability. Okay, yep. So they're hiring you for a reason. They're hiring you so that because they've got a pain, they've got things to be done because they don't want to do it themselves, or they want to hire someone to do that job. So capability means, are you capable of doing the job 100% or more, or have you got the potential to quickly pick up the job? Now, in the real world, people want someone that can just hit the ground running. So you've heard the term hit the ground running, which means you can do the job 100% perfectly within the first day. Mm-hmm. All right. That's the ideal world. But in reality, there's training that you got to, factor. There's the person's potential in terms of how much can they pick up and how much experience, can they bring. So capability means, the easiest term is, how quickly can they do what is required of them, which is the job, and do it really well.
Cool.
And people misinterpret experience. I've got X amount of experience, or I'm hungry, or I'm very motivated, with capability. Because you can be motivated, you can be hungry and all that, but if you don't have the skills, it's like, you can't teach someone a new language, which takes, unless they've already done it before, you know what I mean? So it takes time.
Yeah.
So that's what capability means. And so you need to prove, and it's about proving capability into the conversations. And that's where, behavioral interviews come in. They will test you through certain things to see how much you know. And also they'll test you on how you think in certain situations. So that's capability. Mm-hmm. And the final one is the competence. So you could have all the experience and you can fit in, but this is where a lot of people fail, is that how much confidence do I can place in this person? Do I trust them? Have they shown me that, yep, if I hire them, I can leave them straight away, and I know that they're going to do a great job. So this is where many people fail, is because their mindset. This is where the mindset comes in. A lot of people don't think about this, is that they come in and they're already having this negative mindset. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough qualifications. I've got so much competition. I haven't worked for a long time, etc., etc. So this competence, people buy confidence, Drew. So when you're paying someone money, you want to feel safe, and you want to make sure that when you're hiring them, they're going to make you look good in your job. Yeah, because if you hire someone that it works out to be bad, you look bad, and you look bad to management.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have buyer's remorse.
Exactly right. You get buyer's remorse, right? And this happens in when you're hiring people. So if they make you look bad, that's when where you go, I have to performance manage them. I wish I hired someone else, etc. All those things as well. So they're going to take their time to make sure that they're hiring the right person, so they avoid that. So
cool.
Make sure that you make.
So can you give me 3 quick actionable points from likability, capability, and competence?
Yeah, sure. All right. So likability it's all about getting people their guard down. So everyone has natural guards that is up, especially when you meet someone brand new, right? We have these internal guards. So if someone straight away asks you a question and you don't know them, you're defensive. So you need to have ability to get their guard down, which is to get some commonality with you. So you share so people like people that share the same sort of commonality. So I always start a conversation with something that I know that they're going to most likely try to agree upon. Yeah. So do that. Could be the Melbourne's weather, for example, as an example. Could be COVID during this time. Could be me not having a haircut and wearing a cap for for 10 weeks. So something along the lines of that, commonality. And then capability is where you need to really have the process flows and structure in your mind of how things work for whatever the position is. That's what behavioral questions are designed for. They're designed to really assess how your mind works and thinks. And that's why they're designed to really get to you to explain how you do things. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's why behavioral questions are built in there, to explain that. Because if you can explain the process, it makes sense and they can see it. Especially if someone that's really an expert in it, they go, yep, they knew exactly the steps to take us to get it from point A to point B, then you're in.
Cool.
And then mindset it takes a bit more time. So it's about understanding that you actually are good enough, that you have the capability, and it's your own internal fears that hold you back. Yeah, the biggest critic about, the biggest critic out there is yourself. You criticize yourself, really the biggest harsh, in the harshest way. So changing that in terms of making it into a more positive mindset will also reflect that to other people, because if you're negative, people will automatically see it. If you're angry, people will automatically see it. If you're scared, people will automatically see it. So change it to things that are positive.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Awesome.